What's up, everybody? Been a while since I've done one of these, but today we are doing a Michael Myers mask collection video. I'm just gonna go through what is not on the shelf first and what is on the shelf, but I'm not gonna remove anything from the shelf. So, without further ado, let's begin. So first off is my Trick or Treat Studios 1978 mask, and I think this mask is okay. I think with the proper repaint, it could look pretty damn close to the original. My only complaint about it is the size of it. The size is just way too big. The original Kirk mask was very small, which is why we have the things like the the Castle stretch and the Warlock stretch, was because the original Kirk mask was so small, which I think made it kind of unique. So, yeah, the size really takes away from that. The hair, mine's missing hair right here. But that was my fault, not any fault of Trick or Treat Studios. But the hair on it, it's fine, but it's not as good as I would like it to be. This could be really good with a decent rehair. Better than that, I mean, it's a pretty decent mask. I'll let it slide. My next one is my L-Rod. I love my L-Rod. I've done tons of reviews on this, so the size on it I like, the thickness of the latex I love. The hair, I like the hair, kinda. But other than that, it's a really great mask, and highly recommend it. It's basically the Boogeyman mask, only the Boogeyman is a little bit thinner in terms of latex. The paint is a lot better on it, and the hair is a lot better on it. So definitely recommend one of these two masks. So yeah. Next up is my embarrassing mask. It's this one that's not even finished yet. This is a Lions Den Studios 78C. And I don't know what C means, but I do know what 78 means. I mean, if I just know how to repaint a perfect H1 mask, then I mean, I guess it'd be fine. I'm really trying hard not to use the spray can bottle that you guys are on right now, and just paint this mask with the flesh tone and then spray it over. But I know that would probably ruin the mask, and I probably won't be able to sell it. But I mean, I think it would just be just like the original, because the original, if you don't know, was spray painted over a Kirk, and they opened up the eyes a little bit and everything like that. So in that aspect, I think it would be fine. Other than that, it's a piece of shit. So yeah, not really. That's why I don't really show this thing off anymore. But anyway, let's continue. Alright, so the reason, before I show this one off, the reason I have all these masks on a shelf is because I have a plan with this shelf in the future. It is to have all of my independent masks on this, and all of my Tuts masks right here. So this is why I have some masks over here and some masks over there, and blah 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 blah. So yeah. Anyway, this mask is the Trick or Treat Studios Halloween 5 mask. And I think it is a wonderful try on a piece of shit mask that nobody gives a shit about anyway. The Halloween 5 mask, it's one of my favorites just because I like the originality of it. They never had to, find another Kirk or whatever, and they came from their own mold, which I like about it. The mesh in here is really nice. You can tell that they kind of just painted over the eyes a little bit on my copy. And it's a bit yellowed in places where it probably shouldn't be yellowed. But yeah, the hair on it is it's decent for the price. I would just, if you can, if this is an option for you, I would just get this rehaired. Other than that, it's no big deal. Yeah, I don't take any pictures with these anymore as much as I'd like to. So yeah, I'm gonna have to start soon. But anyway, now that we have all of these masks covered, we're gonna move over to the shelf. So let's go. So we're at the shelf now. Just getting a look beforehand. There are a couple spots that don't have masks in them, but other than that, it's fine. So anyway, we're going to start off with my grail piece as of now. And that's my Nick Malpagano Halloween Man rehauled by Alex Johnson. It's a great mask. It's definitely going to stay in my collection. However, I do think that I've been wearing it a little too much, and the reason behind that is because it's honestly one of the best masks I have. But yeah, the paint job and detailing on it is really nice. It's small. It's really, like, I'm a huge fan of small masks, so that's definitely a win for me. So yeah, that's the Halloween Man. Sorry about that. Someone called on my phone, so I had to answer. But anyway, this is my Tuts hospital mask. It's in the H2 spot because I think it looks like H2 out of all the masks that I have. Plus, it's just a placeholder for one that I'm getting soon. So, it's a nice mask. I really love the hair on it. I honestly wish that the H2O masks, once we get to it, had this kind of hair, but there's only so much you can do. The flesh tone on it's pretty good. I think it's better than the flesh tone on the neck is better than the flesh tone used on the L rod. But yeah, next mask is the Tuts H40. I want, in the place of this, I want to get a, like an AHG or a Cemetery Gate Productions H4 mask from Terry Lambert. Or maybe even Damned 88, hopefully, if I'm that lucky in the future. But, for right now, this will hold its place. The Tuts H4 mask, I already did a review on mine. It's nice, it's small enough for me, I have a pretty small head. The detailing is pretty nice. This is honestly one of Trick or Treat Studios' best prop replica, or not prop replica, but replica masks. So they did a pretty good job. The sculpt is really nice. I feel like this is pretty damn close, if not very close, to the actual screen-used prop. So, again, I took a little bit of hair off on the back just because I didn't really agree with the hairing decisions. You can see that texture on the mask is really, really good. Weathering, not so much. I don't think the weathering is as good as it probably should be for an H4 mask. But yeah, there's nothing much you can do there. But yeah, that's a Tuts H4 mask. It's pretty nice. Next, we're going on to the Trick or Treat Studios Halloween 6 mask. Now, I love this mask. Don't get me wrong. It's just, I feel like it could be a little bit better. Now, I've owned this mask for, I think 5 years now, and mine hasn't rotted a bit, and I'm very surprised about that. So they're really good at being reliable. Yeah, the eye shapes are fine. The sculpt itself is fine. The hair itself is fine. It has the same hair as the Tuts L rod. It's just, I don't know what it is. The neck size is a little, it's a little too short. But other than that, I don't know what it is. I like it, but it's a bit off. Might have to do with the paint job, though.
I mean, mine's a little bit yellowed, as you can see, but oh well. Now, that's the Tuts H6 mask. Going on to the H2O mask. Now, the H2O mask, don't mind the hair, it's just, this mask is a little big for this shelf. But this is another Tuts H2O mask. I didn't mention for the H6 mask, I wanted to get something. I have never honestly looked into independent H6 masks before, but something that's pretty close in my eye, which is what you should be doing if you're going Michael Myers mask collecting anyway. But yeah, something close that I think catches the look of H6 will be fine for me. But anyway, with the H2O mask, I honestly like the Brother V2. I forgot what company made that mask, but I think it was like Morningside Productions or something. But correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But anyway, this is just a normal Tuts H2O mask. I rehaired it, mixed very soft hair on one of those cheap Myers masks, and with a little bit of hair from the Tuts H2 mask. The only thing I would say I don't like about this mask is the size. It is far too big for me. I know some people have bigger heads out there. I don't know. I never really looked behind the scenes of H2O, or nobody really mentioned the sizing of the H2O mask itself. But right now, this is a great placeholder until I get my H2O independent mask. And next up is the Trick or Treat Studios Resurrection mask. If you can't tell, this is a little bit redone. I cut the neck on it, and I redid the hair. Obviously, you can tell that there's a little bit of unevenness in the hair. The hair on it, it is nice. However, I think it could be better. This is just a placeholder for maybe a Cinema Secrets that I might get rehauled by Rodney Parm. Now, the reason I'm going to have a Cinema Secrets rehauled is because nowadays, when you see them, they are very, very rotted and yellowed and everything like that. And I think Rodney has the best resurrection rehaul of them all. So, yeah, definitely go check out his work, because he really deserves the recognition. The eye cuts on this one are really off, but the sculpt is perfect. So, yeah, that's the Tuts Resurrection mask. Nothing much to say about it. It is a smaller mask. I'd say it's probably just as small as the H18 masks, which I'll get into later. But, yeah. So, this Tuts Resurrection. Going on to the next mask. The next mask is the prop shop site Buried? I don't believe they have a name for this. I mean, it's called a Psychopath H1, but I don't know if they call it Buried or they just leave it at Psychopath H1, because I know they have a Psychopath H1 Clean, but I don't know if they call this one Buried or not. So I'm sure some of you guys in the comments would know. But it's a very nice mask. It's very it's perfect sizing for me. I'm not saying it's super small. I'm not saying it's super big, but it's right in the middle for me. Now, I think I'm a 23 and a half inch head. Not sure. But yeah, it's a really nice mask. If you want something fast and cheaper than most other masks, like the Quiet on the Set or De La Torre, then this is your best bet if you want something screen accurate, well, a little screen accurate, and you're willing to spend as much as you are and willing to wait for one of these, this mask is worth $200. There are plenty of other masks in the Michael Myers community that are way, or not way, but yeah, they're way better looking than this one sculpt-wise, and just nice overall. I highly recommend Russell Lewis. He does really good work on his Rob Zombie Myers. So, forgive my voice, I don't know what's going on with it. But, yeah, that's the H1 mask from Prop Shop site. And there's a train. I do apologize for the train. But yeah, next mask. So this one is a Dawn Post Rob Zombie H2 mask that is rehauled by yours truly. I mean, when I first got this mask, I'll post a picture right now. That was the mask before I repainted it. And honestly, I think I did not do all that bad. I mean, sure, there are some places in the lips that I messed up on, especially right here. I saw another place. Oh, yeah. Right there. Let me focus. Alright, right there. Just that area right there. But other than that, I think I did not do a half-bad job. The reason I'm not rehauling the hair is because the hair is sewn on to the mask. And if I tried to take a seam ripper to it, it's going to rip the latex, which I don't want at all. So I'd rather just keep the hair and style it best I can and hope for the best. And you can tell, let me get closer. You can tell that there was mesh in there, but since it's pretty much impossible to take off, I just took to cutting it around the eyes. So that's why it kind of looks janky. And the reason the shape is all off, no pun intended, is because when it was mailed to me, they had folded it and put it in a bag. Now, some of you guys know that is a big no-no for me. Not to mention, it's in a fucking bag. You don't do that with the mask. I always ship my masks with care, and yeah, I'm always, you know, I try to be on time with my masks, but sometimes I'm not. Hopefully, yeah. But yeah, that's the H2 mask from Dawn Post Studios rehauled by me. So let's go on to the next mask. So here is a Tuts H40. This is my latest one. This is my Tuts H40 that I rehauled. You can tell that it's off a little bit with the hairline. You can really tell it's off with the paint job. Other than the hairline paint job right there, you can see just the brown kind of, yeah, that, I don't know. The hairline is off, but the paint on the mask is really good in some places. The face is really good. I still have trouble with the ears. I'm not totally understanding of the ears. But that's totally fine. When you see this, you're not going to look at the ears, you're going to look at the face. So, yeah, it's really good. There's some places on it where it's just like, yeah, I could do better. But, got to talking to my friend, The Shape Kills on Instagram, and he kind of made me have a better understanding on how to rehaul this mask. I rehauled my other mask, which you'll see, and at that point, I was just like, how did I go from rehauling this greatness to making this piece of shit? That's how I felt at the time, but now I'm kind of digging the look of it. So, yeah, that is the 2018 mask rehauled by me. So, yeah, next mask. This is my battle damaged. I mean, I didn't come battle damaged, but this is my another H40 I did. This is my shotgunned mask, and oh, you guys can't see. Oh no. No, but this is my shotgunned mask, and I really love the way this came out. I mean, hey, you can see my carpet. No, but it's just a really creepy mask. I love it just because of that reason. When I rehauled it at first, I was like, this is looking good, and it still does. The only thing that I would say needs work is just the blood work, but that's about it. Other than that, it's a pretty good mask. So, yeah, if you guys are interested in a rehaul, just contact me through Instagram. So, you guys have seen all of my masks, and now is the time for you guys to decide which one your favorite is. The reason this one's not on a stand is because I don't really give a shit about this mask. Same with this one. But yeah, that's why it's not on a stand. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram at TheHorrorFreakTV, and I will see you guys in the next video.